Hello everyone. I recently was at Xihuacan. Xihuacan is a Mesoamerican archaeological site located on the Costa Grande of the Mexican state of Guerrero, near the small town of La Soledad de Maciel and the larger town of Zihuatanejo. The Xihuacan, the name, means place where people control eternity. The site and pyramid are over 3,000 years old. One of the cultures known to have occupied the location are the Cuitlaitacos. 25 years ago, archaeologists stated there were no large sites and no large past cultures living on this side of Mexico. Yet now we have a site that is over 10 square miles in area size. The pyramid in the photo is unique, to say the least. It's completely covered in a clay that has lasted thousands of years, most likely longer than 3,000. The clay also caused quick plant growth and alluvia coverage to bury the pyramid after the site was abandoned long ago. If you know anything about clay, it only seems to last for a short period of time, maybe around a decade. Many have attempted to recreate the clay on the pyramid, but all these attempts to date have failed. Now we are aware that the area was devastated not once but twice by extremely large tsunamis. The stairs on the left enter the inner part of the pyramid. They have purposely not been excavated to keep people from entering and taking artifacts that may be contained within. The right side shows damage to the pyramid that was recently done when the archaeologists in charge of the excavation decided to use dynamite to remove soil, shrubs, and debris from on top of the pyramid. Obviously, they used too much. Aqueducts were in use throughout the ancient site. Now this is on top of the pyramid structure. There's a small step site in the rear and this square built directly in the center of the pyramid. This square is incredibly important. As a matter of fact, 4 other structures on top of hillsides and mountains, all within a 25-mile radius, precisely line up with this square build on the very top. It is not the structure on top that's important, it's what is below it. There must be some sort of power source deep below that can be accessed. Reason why I believe this is because my wife and I were shown multiple photos from different people of UFOs directly above the square. We were also shown a cell phone photo of what looked to be deep, rich purple energy coming up from all 4 sides of the square and going directly up into the air. The energy was so rich in color that it looked like purple velvet drapes coming up out of the ground. My point to all this is that we have lost information and historical data on energy, technology, people, and other species from our distant past. Many megalithic structures also seem to be directly attached to the UFO phenomenon, and we do not have a reason why this is. Now less than 2% of the area has been excavated. Look what is to the left and the right. More pyramids, covered by hundreds if not thousands of years of jungle growth. I want to stress again, just because we learn about one culture at an ancient site does not mean that was the only culture there. Earlier cultures or civilizations could easily be forgotten about. Their artifacts in history accidentally blended in with more recent occupation of these sites. This was shown extensively earlier in South America. This causes errors in correct dating of artifacts and causes errors in who created them. It wreaks havoc with creating a proper timeline of when the site was occupied and by whom. And I won't even go into what I think of carbon-14 dating and the issues caused by this same phenomenon. Now, LiDAR and ground-penetrating radar have shown that the ancient city is enormous in size, again covering about 10 square miles. Unfortunately, a portion of the town of La Soledad de Maciel was built directly on top of the ruins. This includes the local schools, public buildings, commerce buildings, and private residences. And it's just because no one knew. This was at Xihuacan. This looks Olmec or Proto-Olmec. What were the Olmec doing on the Pacific coast of Mesoamerica? They shouldn't have been there. This looks pre-Olmec, but we'll go ahead and we'll label it Olmec for now. Look at the unique head structure and symbols embedded at the top. This stuff was not supposed to be here. Now, I really do not know what to call this. The anthropologist whom my wife and I talked to for quite some time in the back office labeled it anthropomorphic. He seemed to feel that it represented maternity. Look at it. Sure doesn't look like any pregnant human that I know. Now, most people are familiar with the ancient Maya site of Chichen Itza. It's known for many of its structures, one of those being the largest Mesoamerican ball court known in existence. It measures 551 by 230 feet. Walls on both sides are 26 feet high. The Maya civilization are known by many and referred to when discussing ancient cultures of the Americas that had advanced technology, mathematics, sciences, and other features that made the history we're being told questionable. But check this out. This is the ball court of Xihuacan. This court measures 525 feet long and 95 feet wide. There's yet another section to be excavated which may make it the largest Mesoamerican ball court. A large stone stele that showed us the true name of the city was found buried inside the ball court arena. Now, to have a ball court of this nature meant this ancient site was extremely important in the past. We have yet to unlock just how important that was. I'm also willing to bet that once excavations start taking place at a normal pace, this ruin site is going to cause us to have to rewrite some parts of history. This is the ball court area still requiring excavation. Thanks again for viewing this site. Please like the video if possible and subscribe to my channel for future presentations on the high strangeness found throughout our planet and my attempts at helping to make sense of what was going on. Take care.